team. I
No.
said that going into the game. They don't look like a Super Bowl roster. They don't look like a Super Bowl team. And they certainly didn't look like a Super Bowl team.
And I think that's where the lack of hype for this game really came out. I think a lot of people knew the Patriots weren't really a Super Bowl team. I think a lot of people were like, okay, Seattle's really good. Seattle should beat this team pretty easily. I thought that. And they did.
Yeah, they did.
I don't think the Patriots were the best team in the AFC this year.
No.
To me, they're missing some pieces. I mean, I know Drake May didn't play that good, but the people around him didn't play all that good either.
No.
I mean, the offensive line was pretty bad. The weaponry, he doesn't really have the best weapons. I know they had a good year, but I mean, the running back from Andre Stevens, you know what I mean? Like, they're good.
Well, like Travion Henderson, where was he last?
Yeah, I know. He didn't do much.
Well, they don't play. I think he's better than Stevenson, but
me too.
Whatever. They don't play him enough because he's far more explosive. But I don't know. Maybe he's got some fumbling issues. I don't know why they don't, but they should. I was very disappointed. Mike Vrabel was coaching that game like it was, I said, 1965. It's like, dude, you're going to have to take chances to beat this team.
I didn't get the whole, like, he's punting when he's only down 12-0. I'm like, dude, you're still in the game.
Yeah, you got to try to win. What's the alternative? You're going to lose anyway. Go try to win.
It felt like Drake May was trying to win late. He was just throwing stuff up at that point.
Throwing shit up. It's like, ugh, boy. I mean, that's me. To the NFL as a whole, man. The defenses have overtaken the offenses. And I don't know. I
thoroughly enjoyed it.
Now, when guys start aging out in the Matthew Staffords of the world, like who's coming up? And we always say every year, and this year it was Drake May and CJ Stroud. Well, 2 years ago it was CJ Stroud. Really?
Yeah, last year was Jaden Daniels, but he was hurt and terrible this year when he did play.
These guys don't know how to play the position, and there's no time to teach them how to play the position. Unless you can fail, go to San Francisco, learn under Kyle, and turn into a Super Bowl winning quarterback. And I think Mac Jones could do that as well if they let him go, which they won't.
Yeah,
for
they're not going to do that.
For another year. I'm being a little facetious. This was a good year for me in quarterback evaluation, though, because you know how much shit I took about Matthew Stafford for years when he was in Detroit.
And Sam Darnold over the last couple of years.
Yeah, Sam. I mean, you can't win a Super Bowl. He's won 31 fucking games over the last 2 years.
31-7. With two different teams.
Yeah. Can't play, though. Yeah.
I was told last night that, you think Jalen could do better than Drake May in Super Bowl? I'm like, I don't think I know because I've seen him do it.
Jesus.
I've seen him do it.
Jalen performs in Super Bowls. There's no doubt about that. He's only got 2 of them, but man, he performed in both of them. There's no doubt.
He only has 16 incomplete passes in 2 Super Bowl games. That's pretty good.
I still think the best game I've ever seen him play in his life was the Super Bowl that he lost.
Yeah, the one he lost.
Yeah, I thought he was so good in that game.
He's the first quarterback in NFL history to throw for 300 yards, run for 70, and have over 3 touchdowns ever in a game, and he lost.
Yeah, that was he was much better in the game they lost than the game they won. It's very efficient in the game they won, but last year's Super Bowl, it was the defense, man. I mean, it was 24-0. That was the great stat last night. Seattle had, I believe, 50 or 51 yards at halftime. And I said, yeah, it was 51. And I said, well, the good news is they have 28 more than the Chiefs had last year. The Eagles gave up 23 yards in the first 30 minutes of football.
You know what my favorite thing was last night when they're talking like the Seattle defense is this like the greatest, let's do the hyperbole, the greatest defense we've ever seen. I'm like, well, the Eagles existed last year, and last time I checked, like you said, they allowed the Chiefs to 23 yards at halftime. Oh, by the way, it was 40-6 at one point in that game before the Chiefs started throwing stuff up. Again, like Drake May last night.
Same thing. Drake May had 295 passing yards last night.
Yeah, who would have known?
They had
He's
79.
terrible.
They had 79 yards through 3 quarters.
That's why I like to tell you morons, passing yards is a stupid stat. It is a stupid stat. You throw for a lot of yards when you're down.
Well, the worst part is so-and-so won the Super Bowl or so-and-so lost the Super Bowl at quarterback. I always bring up Peyton Manning, and I thought it was interesting, and I bring him up now because everybody, to me, Peyton Manning is the most consistent quarterback of all time from week to week as far as performance goes, in my opinion. When he won his second Super Bowl, it was his last season, I believe.
It was.
It was
he
his
retired
last
at
season.
31.
He was awful. It was the worst he ever played. His neck was barely on his body. He was so beat up. He was awful. And they won the Super Bowl. And I tell people that all the time. And I'm like, then they put out all the EPA stats. So Drake May is the worst quarterback of the century when it comes to EPA in the playoffs. You know who number 2 was? Peyton Manning in 2015.
Yeah. Wasn't there talk that year like they should put Brock Osweiler?
Yes.
Yeah, in because
he was awful. He was not healthy. He missed a bunch of the season because he wasn't healthy. He was clearly at the end. He had nothing left physically. Yeah, I mean, it's like the same thing with Ben Roethlisberger won his first, one of the worst Super Bowls ever by a quarterback, but he won the game.
That's why I think so many people like to rip Cam Newton as much as he does, outside of his bizarre takes that, dude, like you had a chance, you had a golden opportunity to win a Super Bowl, and you just fell flat on your face the year you won MVP.
Here are the worst playoff runs ever. In the century, not ever. Drake May
in terms of EPA.
Yeah, Drake May's number 1. Peyton Manning in 2015, number 2. Rex Grossman, 2006. That makes sense. Joe Flacco in 2008. Jared Goff in 18 with the Rams. Kerry Collins in 2000. Trent Dilfer in 2000. Obviously, they played each other. Tom Brady, 2001, but we're getting to mediocre. There were only 5 terrible, just flat out terrible postseasons. Drake May this year, Peyton Manning 2015, Rex Grossman 2006, Joe Flacco 2008. If you get to the Super Bowl, you're generally not terrible.
And that Bears team in 06, I thought actually they were a really good football team. I just thought Rex Grossman was the major Achilles heel in that.
Oh, Rex couldn't play a lick. But they had Brian Urlacher. It was great defense.
And Devin Hester was just unbelievable on special teams.
Yeah.
What was Jalen's in 21 or 22?
Well, these are bad seasons, so that's
his would have been.
Jalen would be in the good.
Jalen's a really good performer in the postseason, contrary to what the X tells you.
Does X lie about that? Well,
X lies about everything these days.
And typically, so we're talking about 25 years. We're talking about a quarter century. Typically, when you make, these are only Super Bowl quarterbacks. When you make the Super Bowl, by definition, almost you can't have a terrible postseason. They're really, as I said, even though I gave you the list, there's, like Brady's 8th worst. His EPA is minus 2.9. Like it's average. Like there were only 4 terrible seasons. Drake May postseasons this year. Peyton Manning, Rex Grossman, Joe Flacco.
And that context in the Brady EPA too from 2001, played in the snow game, which